How do you take care of yourself as an extraordinary mom? Hi, it's Lisa, the Catholic Marathon Mom. On this channel, we are all about coming fully alive to be the person that you were created to be. We encourage each other on this journey to heaven, and that starts now. Today I'm going to talk about chapter 5 in our summer book club. It's a collab with other Catholic YouTubers here. It was started by Heather at A Catholic Mom's Life, and Heather shares so authentically her faith, her love for Jesus, and her passion to share about Christ on YouTube. And she encourages many of us to jump in and share our faith as well. And we're doing this summer book club about this book here, the Handbook for Catholic Moms. You do not need to be Catholic to get a lot of good stuff out of this book. I highly recommend it for anybody. You don't have to buy it, you can just follow along with us. Let's jump right into chapter 5. It's about extraordinary moms. I am definitely sure you know or have seen at church or know someone in your family, or you are an extraordinary mom. And what she's referring to in this chapter is adoptive parents, moms of kids with special needs, special circumstances. My husband and I were blessed by God to have 4 amazing kids and a lovely daughter-in-law and an amazing grandson. We have spent Father's Day with them this year, and our hearts are just overwhelmed. Oh, just so full of joy. So I hope for all of those who are just had babies, guess what? They grow up and they have become parents. It's so much fun. In life, as parents, you have struggles with your kids. Some are little, some are big. Sleeping through the night, learning how to potty train, how to ride a bike, big injuries, illnesses. There's a lot of things that come through the natural course of parenthood with your kids, things that happen. But there are some very special circumstances, and there are some amazing people who are walking through them right now. Several of my friends come to mind. Many of them have more kids than we do, and somehow walk through it gracefully, more gracefully than me many times, with my small brood. Lisa Hendy in the book covers several different areas, but I'm gonna skip back. She has a section here called Calling All Moms, and I really like it because she ties together the experiences of some of the moms who have these extraordinary circumstances and kind of brings it all back to the idea that we are all walking through different things at different times, and what can each of us do? She breaks down a couple ideas into heart, mind, body, and soul. And in the heart section, she talks about nurture your relationship with your spouse. I have to do a better job at that. I am blessed with an amazing husband. He is. And I need to honor the care, the love, the devotion that he has for me. She talks about spending 20 minutes a day, one-on-one with your spouse, no kids around. And I have to tell you, my daughter-in-law has taught me something on this quick Father's Day trip to visit us. And she mentioned meeting my husband at the door. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start meeting him at the door. I don't care if people think that's old-fashioned. I don't care if someone thinks that's subservient or demeaning. I care that he says hello to me at the end of the day. So why do I think it's any different for him? I'm gonna start doing it. I'll let you know how that goes. And then she goes on to the mind, caring for ourselves, our mind, and pursuing a hobby or personal interest, pampering ourselves in that way. I have a dear friend who has recently taken up her childhood passion of ice skating. Her circumstances are extraordinary, and the grace that she walks through is astounding. In fact, she will invite our family to her home, along with other families to their home, to feed us, to fellowship with us, to have our kids all interact and play. We've grown so much in who we know as God as our caregiver through what she and her family have shown us. But just recently, she's taken up ice skating again. She blocks out a small amount of time in her week, and she goes to this lesson. And her voice, when she calls me on the way home from that, every now and then she gets a chance to call me on the way home from that lesson, and she is soaring. And I picture her with her arms outstretched, making a turn or making a jump, and her face just beaming. I am so proud of her. She's encouraged me by taking that big step for herself to find that time to get back out and run. She's encouraged me. The next section is body. Make time daily to go outside for at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes, it sounds like nothing. At the same time, it sounds like, oh, so long. How could I get myself outside for 20 minutes? It's funny because I can find at least 30 minutes or 40 minutes or more to scroll through and watch my favorite channels on YouTube. And I love doing that. I don't enjoy watching TV, so I enjoy watching YouTube. 20 minutes is like the minimum of exercise we're supposed to get. And she's not even talking about, hey, go out and run or go out and cycle. She's talking about getting outside. That's a real thing. If you live somewhere where it's cold, some or much of the year, you know what I'm talking about. Those days and weeks that you're inside, that's real. She also mentions about feeding our family simple and good food. And she talks about getting enough sleep every day. I don't know about you, but I struggle with that. I think it all goes hand in hand. I need to keep refocusing, retweaking my schedule, and it'll only help me. So I love that she touched on that here. She also talks about soul and praying for yourself and your family on a daily basis, seeking the intercession of the communion of saints, going to Mass every week, and when we can, going to daily Mass. It's no surprise that our days do go way better when we've been able to hit Mass, the kids and I. Of course, we've received Jesus in Eucharist, and we've received graces to come into the day and try to be our best self. I'm certain that my friends who have 5, 6, 7 kids or more, and those friends of mine who have the special circumstances in their life would have volumes to add to this. What I can tell you from my experience with them, though, is that they keep a sense of humor. They keep the Lord first in their life and in their marriage. They spend time with their spouses. They reach out to friends, and they keep prayer a priority. In fact, they are the friends who always ask me, how can I pray for you? And when in my mind and heart I am wrestling with something, I often look and remember their circumstances, and I'm shocked that they would say, how can I pray for you? How humbling for me to receive that. Their prayers, I can only imagine, are magnified to the Lord. So I encourage you to, 1, pray for those friends of yours who have extraordinary circumstances. Maybe send them a text, give them a call, let them know that you're just there. So let's just pray for those extraordinary moms out there, because we all know one, or maybe you are that extraordinary mom, and I want to tell you, good job, Mom. You're doing great. The Lord sees you, and He sees what you're doing. And you know what? I'm going to pray so hard for any of the extraordinary moms that are out there. And please pray for my friends who are extraordinary moms, because they could use a prayer every now and then. So when you're done watching this video, I hope you click on the playlist at the end so that you can get some more of our reflections, as well as the other YouTubers who are sharing their reflections on this book.